Hello and welcome to Peter Scott Cars. Today we have this 2019 high specification Seat Ibiza FR, cared for and maintained to a very high standard with all main agent service history. Just starting with the front of the vehicle, get as close as I can so you can see there's no stone chips of any note. As I get very close to the edge of the bonnet, front of the bumper, the only thing I can see, some very minor stone chips. Just put my fingernail next to a couple of them just so you can see how insignificant they are, as to be expected, and certainly nothing more than that. Have to be really close to even notice them at all. I'll get a close up to all the bumper corners as we go around the car as well to show you they are free from any scuffs or marks. There's also no marks or scuffs to the centre of the bumper lower down, can also be quite common. As I take a step back and look down the entire passenger side of the vehicle, can't see any parking dents. All four of the alloy wheels really nice, as I'll show you as we go around the car as well. Starting with the passenger front alloy wheels, struggling to see any marks at all. Can't see anything negative to point out on the passenger front wing. Moving on to the passenger front door, exactly the same. Can't see any scratches, chips, etc. Get low down also so you can see there's no marks or damage to the passenger sill. Car's got the contrast black mirror covers. Both of those mirror covers free from any scuffs or marks. Moving along the passenger door, I really am struggling to see anything detrimental to point out. Get a close up underneath the passenger door handle to highlight there's no marks or scratches. Can be quite common, particularly on the front doors. Can't see any chips to the passenger door edge either. Again, can be quite common. Moving on to the rear door, exactly the same as the passenger front, struggling to see anything to mention. Again, does include no marks underneath the handle. All the door edge really nice again. Onto this rear panel, exactly the same, struggling to see anything to point out. That is just a little bit of rainwater there, just rub that off so you can see it's not a mark to the paintwork. That alloy wheel, exactly the same as the passenger front, struggling to see a single mark at all. Just taking you into the vehicle from the passenger side. First I'll point out there's no marks to the passenger step. Can be very common, people get into a vehicle, drag the feet slightly, mark the step, but not the case on this Ibiza. Inside couldn't be any better. Get close up to the wing and edge of the passenger seat, really no sign of any wear to point out. Cars have the genuine overmats fitted from new, so there's no wear to the carpets or footwells either. Get close up to the passenger footwell to highlight that. Just want to lean across and just show you the driver's seat from the passenger angle. You do see plenty of cars where you're looking from the driver's side, seat looks okay, then when you look across from the passenger angle, looks a little bit out of shape, baggy, but no problem on this Ibiza, minimal wear as you can see. Seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. There's no kick marks or scuffs to the rear of the front seats, can also be common. The overmats are fitted in the rear there. I will remove them for the photographs just so you can see they've done the job, protected all the carpets. Again, no marks to the step. I should add with the interior there's no unwanted odours either, no smells of smoke or pets. Round to the rear of the vehicle, again bumper corner free from any scuffs or marks. Got the parking sensor, rear parking sensors as part of the high specification. No marks to the centre of the bumper either, can be very common. People park a little bit too close to someone or something, mark the centre of the bumper, but not the case with this Ibiza. Nothing to mention on the tailgate of the car either. Inside the luggage compartment, as with the rest of the interior, couldn't be any better, no problems at all. Parcel shelf of course is present. Just get a close up to those interior trims just to show you how nice they are. Sometimes people carelessly load in items, end up scuffing the plastics, but really not the case with this Ibiza. Couldn't be better. A couple of the faintest little marks to those plastics, but absolutely nothing at all. As I've already said, couldn't be better. Again, bumper corner free from any scuffs. Looking down the driver's side of the vehicle, same as the passengers, can't see any parking dents. Alloy wheel exactly the same as the other two I've already shown you, struggling to see any marks at all. Onto this rear panel. Again, there's no scratches or parking dents to point out. I'm struggling to see even the most minor of stone chips. All the door edge really nice. Can just spot an absolute minute stone chip there. Just put my fingernail next to that just so you can see how insignificant it is. There's no marks or scratches underneath the handle. as I've already said, seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. No kick marks or scuffs in the rear of the driver's seats. There's going to be any marks underneath one of the handles, usually on the drivers, but again, struggling to see anything to mention. I've already said both mirror covers free from any scuffs. All the driver's door edge nice again. And onto the final alloy wheel. As I've gone around all four of the alloy wheels, I'm struggling to see any marks at all. Really is an absolutely cherished example. Going around the entire vehicle, inside and out, other than a couple of very, very minor stone chips, which are to be expected and which you have to be very close to even notice at all. Other than them, I'm struggling to see anything to mention. Into the vehicle from the driver's side. There's going to be any wear to on the seats, obviously usually the drivers, but again, really not the case with this Ibiza. Couldn't be any better. Get close up to the edge and wing of the seat to highlight that. Base of the seat also. Again, those overmats done the job, protected all the carpets. Absolutely no sign of any wear to the carpets or footwells. Obviously no sign of any wear to the steering wheel either. High specification, I'll just point out, includes satellite navigation, Bluetooth audio, also got the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Again, no marks to the driver's step. Really is a cherished example. Going around the entire car, inside and out, struggling to see anything to mention at all. Really is a cherished example. Cared for, maintained to a very high standard with main agent service history. It is worth noting we have all of our vehicles independently inspected by the AA. That is a 128-point inspection, which includes a 5-mile road test by an AA engineer just to make sure the vehicle is correct on the road. You can view the 128-point AA inspection report on our website at peterscottcars.co.uk. We also have finance calculators on our website, so if you are interested in any additional funding to purchase this Ibiza FR, you can pop to our website, model a finance quote and apply for finance directly through our website. We can offer both hire purchase and PCP on this Seat Ibiza FR. We absolutely guarantee the lowest rate of finance coming direct to ourselves. So if you are thinking of financing the vehicle through an outside finance broker or finance company, please get in touch with ourselves first for the absolute guaranteed lowest rate of finance. There you have our full walk around video. Hopefully you did find the video helpful. If you need any further information about the car, or you would like to arrange a viewing or test drive, then please not hesitate to get in touch. Just going around the vehicle one final time just to make sure I haven't missed anything. And I say again, other than some very, very minor stone chips, I'm struggling to see anything to mention. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you require any further information, please don't hesitate to get in touch.